Okay, what's good, guys? In today's video, I'm just going to be going over checks that work and checks that don't work. So I'm going to be going over pull mod checks, speed boost checks, and other checks like that in this video. So like if you encounter a cheater and you're on standalone, or you don't have a mod checker, because like I don't have a mod checker or anything, nothing comes up. So I don't have a mod checker, but these checks I know work. But the only thing you can't really do is if you don't have a mod checker, you can't check people for cosmetic X. So first, if you're in a private lobby with them, what you're gonna do is you're gonna tell them to come to monkey blocks. I don't know what it's called, but it's like the second part of monkey blocks. It's called share my blocks. You're gonna go to share my blocks. And what you're basically gonna do is you're gonna make them go over here, and you're gonna tell them to run up this hill as fast as they can, but starting from here, as fast as I can. That means you'll see how fast they are right here when they run, and then up there if they okay, don't mind my name, it's HTC Vive Pro 2, because that's the heads come on. But basically what you're gonna do is they're gonna run as fast as they can. If they pull into the ground, like they start pulling, like their lower body gets sucked into the ground, they fail, because what a pull mod does is it basically pulls you into the ground. So here, I'll do the check really quick so you guys can see it. So I'm gonna run. Oh, I messed up. Give me a sec. So that's whatever I did right there would be a fail. So I'm gonna run. I slowed down at the top, but that's what the check does. And if they fail, they should sink into the ground. So if they're running like that, their body would be half in, like that. I don't know how to explain it, but think of this part of your body. Wait. Think of this part of your body, underneath where my hand is, would be that part is in the ground. Cause like I said, pomade will suck you into the ground. So that's one easy pomade check to tell if they're on pomade, because that would just, I mean, if they go to the top and when they pull, they don't if here's this, it'd be what was I gonna say, it's this, they're running up. If they fly up, that's also a pull mod, because what you're gonna you go straight when you stop doing it. You don't you shouldn't fly. And then there's still checks you can do, world skill check, predictions check. So world skill check would be this. Whoopsies. So let me do pred check. This is pred check. You tell them to put their hands beneath their jaw. It's not here, not by the name tag, underneath whatever this thing is right here. And you tell them to move their hands up and down as fast as they can. So if I fail, it'd be hitting the ground. And if their hands, if you see their hands going up here like this, that means if their hands are here and they're going like that, they're not doing it right. They're trying to avoid the check. So that'd be a fail. And then the world scale check is the one on top of your head. For some reason I fail this check even though I'm not on world scale, because that's not world scale. So I always, because it's probably because of the HTC Vive controllers, but I fail. I'll just scoot back a bit. Okay, that one I pass. Okay, and then I'm going to be going over a few checks that you can do in forest if you encounter a forest. Like you're in forest and you encounter a cheater. So if you think they're using speed boost, you're gonna tell them to come up to this pole or any pole. You're gonna tell them to take their wrist. You're gonna go like that. So you're gonna do a little flick like that. I don't know if you've seen it, but this is the trick that Kimball's does for a speed boost. It's like that right there. I passed. Okay, my fault. I was lagging. So like it's like that. That's a pass. Actually, I think I failed that. Okay, that's a pass. But if they go like this far, they're on speed boost. So you just tell them to do like a flick, like as light as you can. It's like just like a little, you jump and like a light flick. For here, you can do multiple checks. This one, without the buttons, that's just for speed boost, where you go like this. Pass. With buttons, you go like this. You tell them to go like that. And then if you want, you can make them do this one. That's a pass. And then the one I make them do. Here, let me put my camera here so you can see. I know it's gonna look stupid. First, my controller's shaking. But they're gonna take one hand like this, press all their buttons, set it right here, and they're gonna face their head that way while pulling up. Or like, you tell them to go like low too, and you tell them to pull up. I'm not sure if that check works on like Quest 2, Quest 3, or like any like headsets that don't have base stations. I know it works on CV1, it works on Valve, it works on HTC Vive, it works on Rift S, it works on Pico. I've seen Quest 2 players pass it. I just haven't gotten any Quest 3 players to pass it. So I'm not sure. So if someone's on a Quest 3S, don't make them do that check until I tell someone until I say that check passes was Quest 3S, because I'm not sure. Oh, I failed that, but whoopsies. Like, they're gonna look that way. Dang it. So I'm gonna look that way while pulling up. Okay, why do I passed the first one? Okay, there. That was weird. I don't even have my camera flipped on that one. Whoopsies. Okay, so like you're gonna tell them to go right here where this tree is, in line with the lamppost. So you're gonna be in line with the lamppost and that tree, and you're gonna face that way. So what they're gonna do, they're gonna run as fast as they can up the hill. Whoopsies. And then they're gonna run, and then they're gonna run down to here. Essentially what that does is that's like a double pull mod check in one. Because when they're running from here to here, if they go like, they pull and they go like that, that's a number 1 fail. And then if they're pulling and they like pull and then get airtime, well, like there, that's also a fail. Because on that, you should get no airtime. If anyone gets any airtime on that, it's a fail no matter what they say. And this check does work. Oh, my voice crack. This check does work because I've proved it by making people who use Pumod and don't use Pumod, and people who use Pumod extremely fail, and people who don't pass. So that's one works. And then this is a Velmax check. You're gonna tell them to come up to the wall. They're gonna put their hand here, and then they push off as hard as they can. If they go like to here, like I've seen people go to this distance or like this distance. I think the farthest I've ever seen a legit player go is like here. But if they go like here, hard cheating. So here, it looked like It looks something like this. So I'm gonna come up to it. I'm gonna put my hand here. If you want, you can tell them to press other buttons. It really doesn't matter. You push off as hard as you can. And then there's another check where you... Whoa, I dropped my controller. Where you run and you put your hands up. Like, tell them to run as fast as they can and put their hands up. So go. I'm not actually running full speed, but I'm just showing you. And I'm gonna go over something really quick so other people can understand this, because this is my opinion, so you don't have to believe me. But this check right here, I hate this check. Reason why is when you're running and I go here, people look, if I'm going here, that's one pull, that's a backhand hit, and I pull right here, that's what happens. And even if I pull down, I still fail that. Like, I can press all my buttons and I fail. Without any buttons pressed, I fail. It's because I'm not even fully running and I fail. It's because when you do this, if someone's running here and they pull like that, that's gonna be a fail. But if when they're doing it, if they run up and they go like over there, or they end up over there somewhere, or like back over there, that's a fail. This check also works. This one where you start over here. This is I know Cowie just did this check where you run. Oh, I messed up. I went to the wrong spot, I think. It's where you run up, then you run down. It's like over here. This check where you run down and up. Then this one, you're gonna make them start here. So like they're gonna start by this tree. They're gonna run down, over this way, around the tree, and back towards this tree. So they're gonna go down to here, run, turn, and then they're gonna go up the hill. And it is normal, because I've seen legit players and like I've deep checked people. People like slide. So when they're turning, if they slide a bit over here, that is normal, because it's happened to me before. It's happened to a few of my friends who are legit. I mean, obviously it's happened to cheaters too, but cheaters slide more. I mean, you can tell if it's like when they do that check where they run from there down, around, and back. You can tell if it's like a slide, like a legit slide, or like a cheating slide. Because like if they're cheating, they're just gonna go. They're gonna slide to like here or like here or something. So it's obvious. It will be, that check will be obvious if someone's using full mod. And then, narxxy, I'm not gonna lie, if you see this, I hate your check. This check where you run down here and pull up. Because I can barely do that, even like from here. I can barely run up that. I've always struggled with this hill. And I'm not saying it's a bad check, it's a great check. But the way I'd like this check to be is if you run and you run up this part, because like I'm telling you, if you get like a legit player like this where they run slow by the way, and they run, they shouldn't come flying over that. A cheater would. But yeah, it is possible for anything to happen if you're going like full speed and you pull here. I mean, I guess it's possible to get your time. I'm just not a big fan of that check because I can't run up that hill. That's the one part of the hill I can't run up. Like Okay, that time I did, but most of the times I can't. Like I just can't do it. I don't know why. Oh, and then there's this check. You tell them to start from this red thing. And if you're doing this check when this update's gone, just take an estimate, like where you think this red thing would be, or like somewhere over here. But usually where the red thing is, it's lined up with that right there. That hill peak right here. It's lined up with that. So you're gonna tell them to run down here as fast. All this is as fast as they can, by the way. All this is as fast as they can. So it's just gonna be from there. They're gonna run as fast as they can that way. So yeah. But anyways, thank you for watching. I just went over some easy checks to do. Like if you don't know how to do checks and you want to learn, those are just checks that are really easy. They're easy to do checks on people and they actually work. But if they're cheating, say if I'm using a pull mod, or like someone or anyone's using a pull mod, they will fail most of the checks. Or speed boost, they'll fail that check. They'll fail this one. If they're using Vilmax, they'll fail that one. But yeah, if it's like obvious, there's no. I mean, if you want, you can check them. But yeah, thank you for watching. Have a great day.